Good morning, students. Today we are going to read a new topic in the subject of Geography O levels, that is forest. So from this topic, question always come in the paper. So concentrate yourself. We will finish this topic in 2 lectures. And today we are going to read the first lecture on forest. So concentrate yourself. We are going to start. Forest lecture 1. Natural resources and the primary industries of Pakistan. So first we are going to read what is primary industry and what sectors are included in the primary industry. So primary industry is defined as an industry that provides primary products or goods that have not been processed or changed. The primary industries include forestry, fishing, agriculture, and mining and quarrying, and together they constitute the primary sector of the economy. Because the definition of the primary industry and the sector consisting of primary industry sometimes come in the paper, and this normally consists of 1 to 2 marks question. The next thing is vegetation or the forest of Pakistan. So first, the definition of the vegetation. Vegetation means the plant cover of the earth's surface. It includes trees, shrubs, grasses, mosses, and liana, vines. It is of 2 main types. Number 1, natural vegetation, which is mainly in the form of the productive forest with a high tree density and a closed forest canopy, because this is natural. So there is no particular order. So closed forest canopy, high tree density, and productive forest are there. The next type is irrigated or man-made forest that are usually in the form of the linear plantation along roads, railway lines, and in the parks. Factors determining the forest type and distribution. Pakistan has a forest cover over about 4.8% of its total area, as against the internationally recommended 20 to 25% of the forest cover. So it means Pakistan is having very less forest. So this is again a point which normally come in the paper. So remember it, Pakistan is having only about 5% of the area of, which is consisting of forest, as against the internationally recommended area 20 to 25%. A number of the physical natural factors determine the types and the distribution of the forest, and they are: the first factor is generally arid and semi-arid conditions prevailing over most areas, 90% of the land of the Indus Plain and the Balochistan Plateau. In such areas, mainly tropical thorn bush and the desert vegetation grow, because this is arid or semi-arid conditions are there. The next reason is a main small strip of the land over the northern mountainous and hilly areas like the Malakandian experience humid conditions, and in these areas precious species of the coniferous vegetation are found in abundance. Next reason is highly diversified natural topography that ranges from the snowy peaks in the northern and northwestern areas of the low-lying plains in the southern parts of the country accounts for the growth of the large variety of the natural vegetation as well as the irrigated plantation. So highly diversified natural topography that ranges from the snowy peaks in the northern and northwestern areas to low-lying plains in the southern parts of the country accounts for the growth of the large variety of the natural vegetation as well as the irrigated plantation. Okay, the next thing that we are going to read is very important. That is forest types in Pakistan. So in this category, we will read different types of the forest available in Pakistan, where they are found, what are the features of those forests, what kind of the trees or plantation is available, and what are the uses of those forests. So concentrate yourself. This is very important topic. So the first type that we are going to read, the forest type that is available in Pakistan, is alpine forest. Located between the tree line and the snow line, 1000 to 5000 meter. The northern areas and the Dir, Chitral and Khorasan areas have alpine forest. So these are the areas where alpine forests are available. They have short heights as their growth is stunted due to sub-freezing temperatures, excessive snowfall, and very brief and cool growing seasons. So these are the reasons because of which the growth of the trees in alpine forest are very stunted. So read it again. Sub-freezing temperature, excessive snowfall, and very brief and cool growing season. The types of the trees available in these forests are silver fir, juniper, and birch are some of the main types. Often they are found in prostrating state, bowing, bending on either side because of the heavy snow falling. Low economic value as they are mainly used as firewood. So this is the use of the trees available in these forests. The next we are going to read is coniferous forest. Located at height between 1000 and 4000 meter. These forests are found mainly in the northern areas and several parts of the KPK, including the districts of Swat, Shangla, Dir, Malakand, Kohistan, Mansehra, and Abbottabad. Also in the Rawalpindi district of Punjab and Balochistan Hills in the Quetta and Kalat division, where the main types include the less valuable varieties of the pencil juniper and chilgoza. So these are the trees available in coniferous forest. The varieties in northern mountainous region include fir, spruce, deodar, kale, and the broad-leaved trees of the oak, maple, willow, birch, poplar, walnut, and juniper. So these are the types of the trees available in coniferous forest. Most of these types provide high value timber and wood for many other industries used in making furniture and boxes. So these are the uses of the trees available in coniferous forest. They strengthen soil check and advancing floods and attract rains. So these are the benefits. They also act as safe habitat for wildlife and add to the scenic beauty and thus help in promoting tourism. Coniferous trees have adapted themselves to survive and grow in cold areas at greater heights. They have developed long and shallow. So up to here, students, these were the advantages. And now we are going to read how they have adapted themselves to grow at very high places and in a very cool places. So look now. Coniferous trees have adapted themselves to survive and grow in cold areas at greater heights. They have developed long and shallow penetrating roots that firmly anchor the soil, due to which they firmly grip the soil and stood there. They have downward sloping branches that prevent accumulation of the snow during the winter season. They have compact conical shape with straight trunk in order to remain stable against the wind and receive sunlight directly. Their thick bark protects against cold wind, while a thin trunk ensures rapid upward growth. Thick cones protect seeds during very low temperatures. So, this was the paragraph which shows actually the reasons how they survive at very high altitude and in very cold temperature. So these were the reasons. So learn them because this normally come in the paper. I'm telling you again. The next we are going to read subtropical dry forest. Located mainly on the hills and foothills of the Pochwar Plateau region, including the districts of Gujarat, Jhelum, Rawalpindi and Attock. Also found in the KPK district of Mansehra, Abbottabad, Mardan, Peshawar and Kohat. So these are the areas where they are found. Okay, now the thing which we are going to read is mainly dry evergreen forest interspersed with patches of the dry deciduous trees that shed their leaves, found at height of up to 1000 meter. In Balochistan, there are patches of dry mixed scrub in the areas of the Suleiman Mountains and neighboring hilly areas. Major types include Phula. So these are the types which are available in subtropical forest. Phula, cow, cheer, chestnut, walnut and oak. Now we are going to read their uses, mainly used as firewood and to limited scale as timber. Serve as watershed, protection and grazing grounds. Watershed is a raised ground that acts as a dividing line between the two river basin. The next type that we are going to read is the tropical thorn forest. Open low forest dominated by thorny hardwood trees that are 6 to 8 meter high. Located in the plains of the Sindh and Punjab and in southern and western parts of the Balochistan. In the plains of the Punjab, they are called the Rukhs. Major species are acacia, tamarisk, and salvadora, mainly used as firewood. So these are very low value timber. The next that we are going to read is riverine or bella forest. They grow as long, narrow belts along the Indus and its major tributaries. Mostly found in Sindh along the Indus, covering the active floodplains. Babul and shisham are the main types, and other types include willow and dhak in the waterlogged areas, as well as jhand and tamarisk. Shisham is used in making furnitures. So these are the types available in riverine or bella forest and their uses. Babul and other species are used as firewood and in making agricultural implements and the wooden beams in the construction of the houses. They also check the advancing of the floods to some extent. The next we are going to read is mangrove forest. Located in the Indus Delta, the Hub Delta and adjoining areas. They have developed a mechanism that enables them to survive in a mix of the fresh and saline waters. Their roots can filter out excess salt from the saline water and hence their roots are exposed on the surface. Their heights varies from 3 to 8 meters depending on the availability of the fresh river water. As a result of the construction of the reservoirs upstream Indus, supply of the fresh water has been reduced and the mangrove trees have become stunted and are feared to disappear altogether if timely action is not taken. Some of the species have survived and they include Timar, Chauri, or Kirana, Kirani, and Kunni. They have to be protected because, so these are the reasons why they are very important and we have to protect them. So now we are going to read the points why they are very important. They are used as nursery grounds for shrimps, crabs, fish, etc. They are used as firewood and in the making of the house post. Also used as thatching material for huts by the local community, providing breeding ground for the fish and shrimps and protect them against predators. Provide food to the fish as it is brought by the distributaries of the Indus that carry rich nutrients for the fish. They also protect the coastal land from the high tides of the Arabian Sea and maintain ecological balance. Their leaves provide fodder to the camels of the local community. The next we are going to read is irrigated or man-made forest. These are man-made plantations that are developed in various parts of the country. Changamanga, 90 kilometers southwest of Lahore, is the site of the first ever such forests that were developed in 1866. The original purpose was to provide firewood for the newly introduced railway steam engines by the Britishers. The Changamanga forest continued to supply firewood to Lahore and neighboring areas while providing timber wood to Karachi, Quetta, and other cities. Gradually, 8 more such forests were developed in Punjab, while one at the Sakhar barrage in Sindh. After 1947, more forests were developed at Thai, Kotri, Tonsa, and Gudu. So these are the areas where after partition of the subcontinent, man-made forests were developed. In addition to these, traditionally thick vegetation, linear plantation have been grown along the roads, canals, rivers, and railways. Yellow Forest Lahore is our latest example. Most commonly planted species are shisham. So these are the species available in man-made forest. Shisham, babul, eucalyptus, feda, and jhand. Now the uses. They provide timber and firewood, strengthen the soil and provide shade, and thus lower the temperature as well as filter air. These forests control the intensity of the storms, soil erosion. So these are the advantages or uses. But irrigated forests have some disadvantages also. Due to these forests, there will be shortage of the areas for industrial and other projects. These kinds of the forests normally provide refuge to criminals and lawbreakers. These forests need trained forest officials and lot of money to maintain. So these are the disadvantages of developing man-made forest. The next thing that we are going to read is the distribution of the natural and irrigated forest. Reference to figure above, natural forests shown in the map are mountain forest. So natural forests are mountain forests. These forests are mostly coniferous forests. These forests cover the northern and northwestern mountains. Gilgit, Chitral, Sawat, Murree, Abbottabad, Mansehra, Nathia Gali and Kaghan are covered with coniferous forest. Forests are also found in Waziristan Hills and northern Balochistan in Quetta, Pishin, and Ziyarat districts. Some forests are found in the Pochwar Plateau region. At lower altitude, that is below 1000 meter, there are subtropical dry forests in the districts of the Rawalpindi, Attock, Peshawar, Mardan, and Kohat, where deciduous trees are found. Some natural forests are formed along the Indus Delta and Hub Delta. These are called mangrove forest. Irrigated forests which are planted by man are found at several places in Punjab and Sindh. These forests are located near canal headworks or barrages where trees can be irrigated by canal water. Such forests are located near Lahore, Changamanga, Khanewal, Tonsa, Bahawalpur, Guddu, and Hyderabad. Effects of the deforestation on communication in mountainous region. So this is again a very short yet very important question that has come in the past papers. So concentrate yourself. Deforestation means cutting off the trees recklessly and without planning. Deforestation in mountain areas causes landslides. Roots of the trees bind and hold the soil. Trees also check surface runoff of the rainwater. When hillsides are cleared of the trees, the soil gets soaked with water and a portion of the hill slips downwards, which can block the roads. In this way, communication is disrupted. So this is how deforestation affects the communication in mountainous regions. The next thing that we are going to read is the effect of the deforestation on the farming of the valley floors and plains. Due to deforestation, no roots will be there to bind the soil and soil will be exposed to wind and water. Deforestation causes fast flow of the rainwater and mineral nutrients will be washed. Thus, floods occur in the valley floors and plains. Landslide will take place. Rainwater washes away the soil from the areas where plant cover has been removed. This causes soil erosion and lands get unfit for any use. Large amount of the silt is carried to the rivers, making the river water silt-laden and undrinkable. In this way, deforestation has a bad effect on farming on valley floors and plains. Global warming and climatic change will take place because of the deforestation. So these are the effects of the deforestation on farming. Next thing that we are going to read is the effects of the deforestation on hydroelectric power supplies. After deforestation, rainwater carries down large amount of the silt by surface runoff. The silt accumulates in the reservoirs of the dams and reduces water storage capacity of the dams. The life of the dam is reduced. Reduced amount of the water in the reservoir affects and decreases power generating capacity of the hydroelectric power stations. The silt may choke the tunnels leading to the turbine and may damage the machinery. So these are the effects of the deforestation on hydroelectric power supplies. Next thing that we are going to read is the linear plantation and its purpose. Trees planted in rows lines. So linear plantation and its purpose. Concentrate yourself. Trees planted in rows lines. Linear plantations means the trees planted along the roads, canals and railway lines. Linear plantations are found all over the country but are important mainly in Punjab, Sindh and Peshawar Mardan region of KPK. Trees hold the soil and protect the roads and canals besides providing wood and timber. Roots of the plants hold the soil. Linear plantations, that is, trees planted along the roads and canals, protect the roads and canals from being damaged. They also provide shade and also provide wood. Attention has been paid to planting trees along the roads and canals because no more area is available in Pakistan for afforestation. So these are linear plantation and its purposes. Sustainability. Sustainable forestry is the forestry which is well managed, maintained with care and attention, and not to make them extinct. So this is the definition of the sustainable forestry. So this was the first lecture on the topic of forest. Read this lecture again, understand it, learn it, and make your notes. This is one of the very, very important topic in geography. Thank you so much.